Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With you from the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. A CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Broncos offense taking the field, and the quarterback situation in Denver going to be something to monitor, Charles, as the weeks go by.
Joe Flacco was acquired to be the guy. All right, so there shouldn't be a quarterback controversy. But in the second round of the draft, they did take Drew Lock out of Missouri, who many thought was going to be a first-round pick. So people are going to monitor it with the new head coach, Vic Fangio. How are the Broncos playing? Is Flacco up to par? If not, how quickly might they get Drew Lock in? I think it'll be longer than what people might think. What did Vic Fangio say during camp about Drew Lock? He's not a quarterback yet. In other words, pump the brakes. I'm going with the veteran. We'll figure out how Drew Lock plays later.
Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
And how about Phillip Lindsay's rookie season? Began the year third on the depth chart, finished it in the Pro Bowl. Not bad for an unrestricted free agent out of Colorado with speed to burn.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 33.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Like 80. Pretty high.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
20.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Pretty high.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Passing play. Flacco. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. That's caught left side by Jake Bunt. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
McManus for the Bronco field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The number 1 overall pick, Kyler Murray, bringing out this offense for the Cardinals, and so many people are excited to see him. They're always excited to see the number 1 pick. Will it translate in year 1?
I think in a lot of ways it will, because we focus on individual aspects of his game, how fast he is, how quick he is. Does he have a big enough arm, which he does. But Larry Fitzgerald, their all-pro wide receiver, he keeps raving about the maturity and poise he's seen from this young man already. That's quite an endorsement.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Murray now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. On fourth down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he powers his way up past the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in what obviously is a very fast-moving first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring, but the teams are ready to go at half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Godden.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to push his way through. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Screen play, Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Watch the pass.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Flacco. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
43. Check.
Setting to throw, Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Pressure mounting, Flacco. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Robert Kimdichie showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Hurry up.
Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. Flacco to throw. And that is incomplete. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Flacco. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
So out now come the Cardinals. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Murray. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Set up. It's just me and you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Murray now on first down. He will find the rookie from Iowa State. That's Hakeem Butler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Ready. Mike 51. Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed